On the evening of May 13th, thousands of Mexicans witnessed live on stream the moment when TikToker Valeria Marquez was fatally shot. The incident took place at Blossom the Beauty Lounge, a beauty salon owned by the victim in Zapopan, a town in the state of Jalisco. Local police forces and emergency medical teams quickly arrived at the scene. Paramedics confirmed that Valeria died instantly from two fatal gunshot wounds, one to the chest and the other to the head. The perpetrator then fled the scene, leaving behind a haunting atmosphere and unanswered questions. Police immediately cordoned off the shopping center where the salon is located and urged nearby residents to stay away to facilitate the investigation. However, the biggest challenge investigators faced was the lack of eyewitnesses able to identify the shooter. He arrived swiftly, committed the crime in seconds, and disappeared mysteriously. Behind this tragic case lies a web of mysteries yet to be unraveled. Who was the mastermind? What was the true motive behind the attack? Was this a personal crime, an organized act of violence, or another heartbreaking symptom of societal issues? Join us as we uncover the truth behind this case in today's video. If you're a fan of shocking true crime stories, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, so you won't miss any of our gripping and dramatic content. Around late afternoon on May 13th, Valeria Marquez began a live stream to chat with her viewers about everyday beauty topics. At around 6 p.m., Valeria suddenly received a phone call. The content of the call immediately seemed to frighten her. The caller was Vivian, a close friend and also a social media influencer. Vivian informed her that someone had just delivered a very valuable gift to Valeria's Blossom salon. The delivery person said the gift was too expensive to be left at the reception desk and had to be handed directly to Valeria. Since Valeria was out at the time, the courier insisted that she had to return to the salon immediately to receive it. This made Valeria visibly confused and anxious. On the live stream, she even said to viewers in a panicked voice, "Is someone planning to hurt me or kidnap me, or something? Oh, so scared." Her words made many people laugh, but also sent chills down their spines. It felt like a premonition of danger. Still, despite her anxiety, Valeria decided to turn around and head straight to the salon to receive the strange gift. By around 6:20 p.m., she arrived at the Blossom the Beauty Lounge. At the time, a female employee was there waiting. The staff member confirmed that a delivery person had come by earlier, asking for Valeria, but hadn't left a package, just said he'd return once Valeria was present. Valeria grew increasingly restless, repeatedly asking questions like, "Who sent the gift? Why is it so expensive that I have to receive it in person?" The employee didn't know either, only mentioning that she was told to wait. During that time, Valeria turned her phone live stream back on to update her audience. She recounted the strange events and expressed her unease. However, she still tried to smile brightly, reassuring her viewers and joking that maybe someone was trying to show off because she was famous. Sadly, in this case, no one was trying to show off, only tragedy awaited. Around 6:30 p.m., while Valeria was still interacting with her viewers, a man in a delivery uniform appeared at the shop entrance. The live stream camera was pointed at Valeria and captured her glancing toward the door and saying quickly, "Hang on, I think the delivery guy is here." She muted the live stream to receive the item. According to reports, the man was wearing a full-face helmet and holding a small box that looked like a gift. He entered the salon, scanned the room, and asked, "Are you Valeria Marquez?" The moment she heard her name, Valeria froze briefly before nodding, and in that instant, the tragedy unfolded. The killer suddenly pulled a handgun from inside his jacket and pointed it directly at Valeria at close range. In just a split second, she widened her eyes in horror, unable to utter a sound. Then two deafening gunshots rang out, tearing through the silence of the beauty salon. Valeria collapsed on the spot, her body slamming against the cold floor, blood pooling beneath her hair. In the few silent seconds that followed, since the live stream audio was off, viewers online could only see Valeria suddenly fall. Her phone dropped, the image shook, and the female staff member nearby backed into a corner in terror. The assailant backed toward the door, and before fleeing, he calmly bent down to pick up one shell casing from the floor, pocketed it, and sped away on a motorbike that had been left running. Outside, the event happened so quickly that no one could react in time. The live stream video that captured the entire scene became key evidence for the investigation, and shocked the Mexican public. While confirming the victim's identity, Zapopan police collected all available traces at the scene. They recovered several remaining shell casings, and gathered blood samples, footprints, and fingerprints near the body. The murder weapon was not found at the scene, indicating the shooter took it with him. The two bullets recovered from Valeria's body became crucial evidence, based on their characteristics. Police identified the weapon as likely being a 9mm handgun, commonly used by criminals. At the same time, surveillance footage from the shopping center was reviewed that same night. Although the images were blurry, police could still make out a man on a black motorbike leaving the scene immediately after the shooting. While technicians analyzed the footage, investigators began questioning witnesses and reconstructing the timeline. The live stream video was treated as the #1 witness and quickly secured. Several viewers had saved the livestream and shared it widely on social media before TikTok could take it down. Although the audio at the end was muted, the killer's face briefly appeared as he entered the frame to confront Valeria. Investigators tried to zoom in on every frame. They noted that the killer wore a black jacket, jeans, and a dark blue motorcycle helmet with a visor, and the letter R on the side. Because the helmet covered his face entirely, it was not clearly visible in the footage. With nearly 200,000 followers on her social media accounts, Valeria mostly posted short videos about makeup tutorials and fashion tips, indicating she wasn't a public figure with political or controversial influence. Her online fame caused the news to spread rapidly, prompting swift reactions from the media and online communities. Born in 2001, Valeria Marquez was known for her striking beauty and confident demeanor. In 2021, she entered the Miss Rostro Beauty pageant and won the title, which became a launching pad for her modeling career and social media influence. Thanks to glamorous fashion shoots and beauty tips shared on Instagram and TikTok, she gained a large fan base. She later opened her beauty salon named Blossom, the Beauty Lounge. However, darker sides of Valeria's private life soon came to light. Friends revealed that she had recently expressed concern over her ex-boyfriend, who had been repeatedly threatening her. She had once posted on social media, "If anything happens to me or my family, he needs to be held accountable." On Instagram, screenshots of Valeria's stories from a few days before also circulated online. In one, she wrote, "If one day I have to leave this city, you will know why." Could it be that Valeria had sensed the danger looming over her? The online community saw Valeria as a symbol of a new generation of young, bold, and ambitious Mexican women. They are unafraid to use social media to build careers and personal brands, rising proudly in a society long dominated by men. Many theories about the case were raised immediately afterward. The first person netizens suspected was Vivian, as she was the one who called the victim to inform her about the delivery. Many people immediately questioned why she had urged her friend to return to the salon, only for her to fall into an ambush. On social media, many of Valeria's fans expressed outrage, believing that Vivian might have been an accomplice, since she was the one who told Valeria to wait for a mysterious, expensive gift. Under pressure, Vivian had to cooperate with the police and publicly respond to the media to clear her name. She explained that sending gifts to Valeria was a regular habit of hers. Indeed, just minutes before the murder, Vivian had used a delivery service to send Valeria a drink and a small stuffed toy as a surprise gift. Vivian also insisted that she had no knowledge of the second person, who impersonated a delivery man, and that the incident devastated her. After independent verification, police concluded that Vivian was not involved in the murder plot and had simply become an unwitting part of a scheme designed by the killer to lower the victim's guard. Once the victim's friend was ruled out, investigators focused on the killer's personal motives. From Valeria's increasingly anxious behavior on social media, police searched her belongings and phone data, uncovering a series of threatening messages she had received recently. The most concerning messages were from a contact named Ricardo. On Valeria's WhatsApp, the police found chilling messages such as, "You haven't seen the worst of me," and "You are forcing me to do things I don't want to, but you will see when I come." Valeria responded fiercely, telling him to get lost and warning him, "You'll remember me." The message exchange showed a conflict that had escalated into threats, with the sender warning her she'd regret crossing him. So, was this man the one police were looking for? Digging deeper, investigators quickly identified Ricardo as Valeria's ex-boyfriend, whom she had frequently mentioned. His full name was Ricardo Ruiz Velasco, about 35 years old, a name well known to Mexican authorities. Nicknamed El R, he is the leader of a violent faction of the Jalisco New Generation cartel, notorious for brutality and influence in the Jalisco region. He had been suspected of involvement in multiple murders and kidnappings, but had never been arrested due to cartel protection. This revelation sent chills down the spines of the investigators. Valeria, a young, vibrant, beautiful woman, had once been romantically involved with a dangerous crime lord. Ricardo met Valeria more than a year before the murder, at an entertainment event in Guadalajara. Drawn to her beauty and rising fame, Ricardo used wealth and power to pursue her. At first, Valeria seemed enchanted by the lavish lifestyle, VIP parties, expensive gifts, and royal treatment. She even moved in with him for a short time, but the dark side of Ricardo soon surfaced. He was pathologically jealous, forbidding her from interacting with any other men. He wanted total control over her social media career, banning her from posting revealing photos or accepting ads without his approval. Any sign of independence enraged him. Every argument led to violence, and at one point, he even sent his men to beat her in a crowded bar, to publicly punish her for defying him. This incident left Valeria devastated. She posted photos of bruises on Instagram, accusing her boyfriend of abuse. She then decided to end the relationship, even moving to avoid further harassment. But Ricardo wouldn't let go. He kept texting and calling her with threats, leaving her in constant fear. Her fear was so intense that she once posted a warning on social media, "If anything happens to me, you will know who did it." Piecing together the evidence, police now had strong reason to believe the murder was fueled by resentment and jealousy from Valeria's ex-boyfriend. It's highly likely that the killer was hired by Ricardo to punish Valeria for leaving him and publicly exposing his abusive behavior. There's also speculation that Ricardo feared Valeria might expose cartel secrets or become a threat to his operations. Since she knew a lot about him, he may have wanted to silence her. With strong suspicion toward Ricardo, the Jalisco State Prosecutor's Office quickly initiated procedures to track him down. However, the investigation had to be conducted discreetly. A warrant for Ricardo's arrest was issued quietly. Initially, Jalisco authorities refused to confirm Ricardo Ruiz's name in the case file, to avoid tipping him off and to protect the investigation. But Mexican investigative journalists soon exposed everything. Ricardo Ruiz Velasco was now the prime suspect in Valeria's murder. The news shocked the public, a beautiful young woman's life cut short at the hands of a notorious cartel boss. Federal police and the military were brought in to assist in the investigation. If the case was linked to the Jalisco New Generation cartel, it was no longer just a standard criminal case. Special forces began monitoring known cartel hideouts in the Jalisco area. If captured, Ricardo would face aggravated murder charges with a potential sentence of 40 to 60 years in prison, or possibly more. However, Ricardo Ruiz seemed to have vanished. Reports claimed he fled Guadalajara the same night Valeria was killed. As a cartel leader, he could easily disappear within the cartel's security network or may have sought refuge with another criminal group. Meanwhile, police were also urgently searching for the gunman. Based on video footage and witness testimony, they quickly narrowed down a list of professional hitmen associated with the cartel. A few notable suspects emerged. some of whom had been recorded in previous cartel executions. The dark blue helmet marked with the letter R, clearly visible in both the livestream and security footage, became a key clue. Although it couldn't be confirmed yet, some speculated the R was a deliberate reference to R, Ricardo's nickname. Still, it might have been a coincidence. To clarify this, police began collecting CCTV footage from roads surrounding the crime scene to trace the motorbike's path, hoping it would lead to the gunman's hideout. While the investigation was still unfolding, a new twist arose, this time from public opinion, not law enforcement. On social media, alongside the wave of outrage demanding justice for Valeria, divisive and controversial opinions emerged. Some users made inappropriate comments, blaming Valeria for her own fate by getting involved with a cartel boss, and accusing her flashy lifestyle of inviting death. These victim-blaming remarks spread quickly and sparked massive backlash. In response, Valeria's supporters stood up and said, "Stop judging the victim's lifestyle and focus on what really matters, capturing the killer." What's striking is that this incident happened in Jalisco, Mexico, an area no stranger to violence. It's one of the states with the highest crime rates, where an average of 10 women are killed every day. In this blood-stained landscape, Zapopan, a wealthy satellite city of Guadalajara, was once seen as a safer oasis, thanks to its affluent residents and model urban areas. But that sense of safety is now deeply shaken. The victim was a resident of Zapopan, and the owner of a beauty salon located in a small shopping center, in a busy, seemingly safe area. The Jalisco state government stated the case is now being investigated as a femicide, a gender-based killing motivated by hatred or violence against women. In Mexico, femicide is not just a legal term, it's a powerful alarm bell for a long-simmering crisis. The growing number of women killed due to gender-related issues continues to spark waves of public anger. Another suspicious figure mentioned by online users was the employee who was inside the salon at the time. Livestream viewers saw her standing near Valeria just as she collapsed. In fact, she was the one who quickly picked up Valeria's phone after the shooting. This led to speculation. Did the employee play a role in the murder? Some theories suggested that her lack of reaction might not have been just fear or shock. Quickly picking up the phone could have meant destroying or hiding evidence. She may have tried to stop the live stream, delete data, or hide footage that captured the killer, or other crucial details. Collusion with the killer, her unusually calm demeanor in an emergency, might indicate she was prepared or involved. Personal motives or external pressure, she could have been coerced into participating, or may have had personal conflicts with Valeria. However, many others defended her, saying in such a sudden, terrifying moment, her reaction, freezing in fear and hiding, was normal. Picking up the phone may have been an instinctive act to protect Valeria's belongings or help the police preserve evidence. Either way, the public wants authorities to clarify the employee's role to ensure justice for Valeria and provide answers about those fateful seconds. This case only happened a few days ago. In that short time, police have already inspected the scene and followed leads to identify the primary suspect. This shows that justice and the law are actively being pursued. Hopefully, the young woman's death will soon be resolved, and those responsible will face the punishment they deserve for their lawless, brutal actions. We believe you have your own thoughts about this case. Please leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your input. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to catch more unique, mysterious, and compelling content on our channel.